Sun Village is an orphanage for children whose parents are in prison. It's mainly domestic violence. So I started in 2014. The film follows 7 different children over the course of 3 years. My name is Kaspar. I'm a filmmaker from Denmark. I have 2 children myself. So I wanted to investigate how children without parents live. I want to make it a universal story that is more like a human story that everyone can relate to. The film opens actually with 3 children that lived with their father, and the father had committed a crime and was sent to life in prison. They couldn't live with their father's family because they were ashamed of them. They enter the Sun Village and have to figure out how the whole system works and how to manage their own lives. Throughout the film, they don't know what's going to happen with the father. So they're very worried about him, and they visit him also. And they end up get a special grant, actually going to a technical school in Beijing. I think they're quite lucky to do that. Sun Village is started by Miss Zhang in the 90s. She used to be actually a prison lieutenant, but she quit her job and started this orphanage. And she has now 9 orphanages around China. There are children between like a few months old and then 15 years old. 10 children living in each house. There are 6 houses. I think there are maybe 5 elders to all these 70 children. So the older kids take care of the younger kids and teach them how to wash clothes, how to wash floors, how to cook. But they also have a farm where they can grow vegetables and sell them at markets. Strawbridge's story is a bit more unique because she doesn't know who her parents are. She was found at a train station where someone tried to sell her, and finds a girl that she really likes and calls her mother. She had never been outside. I met Lily because she was moving houses. There was one girl in that house that was kind of bullying her. There is bullying. She had been abused throughout her whole childhood. So when she wants someone else to behave, that's the only thing she knows. The story with him happened on my 3rd trip, I think, when suddenly a taxi came up to the orphanage. A lady came out and she said she's the mother of Gao Yuan. Gao Yuan's mother was released after 8 years. And then Gao Yuan came back from school and he was really overwhelmed, but he hasn't been with her for 8 years. So he couldn't figure out how to act.
你愿意留在奶奶身边，我也愿意，我都能答应你。
She wants to bring him back, he wants to stay, and that conflict was something really heartbroken because I could, as a father, understand exactly what she felt. And at first they're very insecure and they don't know what to do and how to behave or to act. So they slowly become small adults and grow up with each other, and that's the new family. I think there were 15, the oldest ones. Then they move out. Either they move back to their hometowns or find a job somewhere or school. I wanted to have in the film kids that were grown up, had lived in Sun Village but now had a life outside. But I didn't find anyone that wanted to be in the film because they're afraid that they will lose their job or their friends. So many of them keep it a secret. I think this film in some way is very hard to watch, or there's some very harsh scenes with children, but it's also very hopeful, I think, humanity-wise. And I think these kids are very brave and very strong. I mean, in the end, it's gonna be fine. You will survive.